May 30th, 2008. I was 17. Yeah, I was misbehaving. I was in my junior year of high school. Okay. I wake up one night, lights turn on in my room. I look at my clock. It's 4 a.m. I look down at the foot of my bed. There's 2 huge, like bouncer looking fools, bald heads, standing at the foot of my bed. And they go, "You're coming with us. Your parents are sending you to get some help. Thank you. We could do this the easy way or the hard way."
Which one did you pick?
The easy way.
I respect that.
Because I thought they were sending me to like a fucking rehab with like Lindsay Lohan or some shit. I was like, woohoo, let's go. I don't have to go to school. I'll go to fucking hang out in a rehab with, Lindsay Lohan.
Britney Spears.
Like, this will be sick. There'll be a hot chick there. I'll meet her. Like, okay, like.
Are you happy that situation happened to you?
Absolutely. Absolutely. But not in the way that they package it. Not in the way that they sell it to your parents, in a way that was just came from within me.
So at this wilderness camp, that's where you end up finding this newfound spirituality. Is that what you're saying?
At a single moment.
Now, what was that? What was that moment?
That moment was I had already been there for like 10, 12 weeks.
Holy fucking
How
shit,
long is the
dog.
situation?
That's a lot. What is that, like 3 months?
No, when you get there and you say, "When am I leaving?" They go, well, that's really up to you.
So like this sounds to me like I've talked to other people who have been put in boarding schools.
Yeah, I went to a boarding school after that.
So it sounds
like a year and some change.
Okay, so you're at this wilderness camp. What happens? What is this catalyst?
I'd already been there for like 10, 12 weeks without any sign of leaving anytime soon. Because they don't tell you when you're going to leave. They decide when you leave. So they can keep you as long as they want. And I was at a point in my life where I was just like really in a bad place, extremely angry, extremely resentful, hating everything, right? And I was also an atheist at this time. And one day they wake up and I had already been there for so long. And they're like, "Hey, we're going to do something different today." And I'm like, "Oh, we're going to do something different?" And they're like, "Yeah, we're going to go on a hike, a day hike." I'm like, "Oh, a hike. We only fucking hike every single day." Oh, great. More hiking. You know what I mean? So they're like, "No, but we're going on a day hike. We're going to go hike to the top of this mountain." Okay. I'm like, "Okay, yeah, great." So we're hiking to this mountain. There weren't any mountains. Like, it was flat. It was desert the whole time. So there was like, we were in the area, there was a mountain. So I had like, there weren't any, like the whole time I had been there, like there was nothing to look at. It's like dirt, bush, shrub, you know what I'm saying? Like rock, repeat, like that's all there is. You know what I'm saying? So we're hiking to the top of this mountain and I'm getting like more and more angry as we're hiking. And I'm like, fuck this fucking mountain. So angry, dude.
Yeah, I feel you.
So angry. And then when we got to the top of the mountain, they're like, "Okay, yeah, now like go like have lunch, like open up your food bags and have lunch." And everybody in the group, there was like 12 other dudes there, kids with me in the group, 4 staff, and all the other dudes, got in a circle and, were like, fucking around, cracking jokes, eating their lunch. And they didn't even take a second to stop and like look around at the view. And that kind of like struck me as weird. They're like, we're just like bullshitting, but didn't even take a second to look around. So instead of going and eating lunch with them, I went off to like and sat on the edge of this cliff and was just looking out at the view. And as I was looking out at that view, man, and I was looking at where I had been from an elevated perspective, right? Because I'd been stuck in this desert for 12 weeks and it just looked ugly and boring and there's nothing to look at. But now I'm looking at it from this elevated perspective at the top of this mountain. And I was so overcome by the beauty of it. And it was like, it was the most beautiful thing I'd ever seen. Looking out 360 degrees as far as you can see, not a speck of humanity, not a single footprint of humanity, not a road, not a cabin, nothing. Okay, that's how remote we were. We were 2 weeks hike to the nearest town, hiking every day.
Where is this, by the way?
Southern Utah.
Got it.
Oh, that's beautiful.
You're
Wow,
so
that's
remote. You're
Yeah.
so remote, dude. If you hike, you gotta walk all day, every day for 2 weeks before you get to the nearest town. That's how remote you are. So I'm looking around and I'm so overcome by emotion, dude. It felt like I was touched by the hand of God. It was like at that moment, God revealed himself to me. And it just, all that anger and that hate and that resentment flipped. It inverted to just infinite like hope, gratitude, peace, love. It just flipped on a dime like that. And I was so overcome by emotion. I just sat at the edge of that cliff and I wept. I wept for an hour. Uncontrollable weeping for like an hour. It did not cease. But tears of joy.
Yeah, of course.
Tears of joy, but tears of everything. Feeling every emotion at once. All the pain and all the
connectivity, the ultimate connected feeling.
Everything.
Have you ever taken a psychedelic before?
Yes.
Have you ever had that experience on psychedelics? Just
any
unleashing of childhood trauma, emotional.
Any experience I've had on psychedelics doesn't even come close to this.
Got it.
Doesn't even come close to this. And it was at that moment, that was the birth of my spiritual life. That was that was how I was overcome, and I knew, okay, no, there is something else out there. Okay, there is a higher power. There is higher intelligence, because it felt like it had just tapped me on the shoulder.